Everyone. My name is Lysetta Hurge Putnam, and I'm the Executive Director of Independence House. And I am so thrilled to be here just to chat with you this morning about White Ribbon Day and in specifically the White Ribbon Day campaign. So welcome, it's March, and that's when we celebrate or acknowledge, recognize White Ribbon Day. And I feel so privileged to be able to partner with the Cape and Islands District Attorney's Office, the Yarmouth Police Department. And while I feel privileged, it's really the Men's Action group at Independence House that's really spearheading this year's campaign. And I want to give them credit for that. So, what is White Ribbon Day and why are we even doing it anyway? So, what it is, it's a global campaign of men and boys. They're coming together to really take a position to end violence against women. And this year's theme is Unite Men to End Gender Violence. And, we use terms a lot: gender-based violence, domestic violence, intimate partner violence. So I think it's important to give a definition. What exactly is gender-based violence? It's a general term that we use to describe violence that is rooted in exploiting unequal power relationships between genders. So that's a mouthful. What is that? What's an example of that? An example of that would be what we commonly call domestic violence or intimate partner violence. It could be elder abuse, sexual violence, stalking, trafficking. And once we put it in those terms, I think it becomes clear about what exactly are we talking about when we talk about gender-based violence. So what does it mean for men to come together to end violence against women? There are, a lot of things that men can do. And while I'm not here to offer those solutions, I always like to make some suggestions based on what's in the literature. So according to Tony Porter, and if you don't know about Tony Porter, Google him. He has a website called A Call to Men, and always want to attribute my quotes to him. And what he says on his website, research by the World Health Organization shows that men and boys who subscribe to rigid traditional notions of masculinity are more likely to report having used violence against an intimate partner. So what he says is that intimate partner violence is more often committed by men, and he's not the only one that says that. Research shows that. Therefore, they must be at the forefront in working for solutions. So men and women, men empower themselves when they work to prevent violence against women or end violence against women. And as women, we empower ourselves when we invite men in to do that work alongside us, as we've been doing for many years. So think about this. I leave you with this. Violence against women is a learned behavior. Men's violence is a result of the way many men learn to express their masculinity, and most individual acts of men's violence are an attempt to assert control over others. The result is that women are denied basic rights that most men enjoy: the right to safety in their own homes, the ability to go out at night, a job that is free of harassment. When a woman faces a threat of violence, it usually comes from a man she knows: her boyfriend, husband, father, employer. We live in a society in which words are often used to put women down. We're calling a girl or a woman a bitch, a freak, whore, baby, or dog is common. Such language sends a message that females are less than fully human. When we see women as inferior, it becomes easier to treat them with less respect, disregard their rights, and ignore their well-being. Pop culture perpetuates our ways of thinking and reinforces our gender behaviors. So um, this is not a moment of preaching, but more an invitation to examine your own attitudes and actions and think about how they may perpetuate sexism and violence and work towards changing them. Don't be complacent because you feel you're different than men who feel they have a right to control women. Whether you like it or not, simply by being a man, you benefit from the safety that comes with male privilege. So that's one action that you can take if you're looking at this introduction today. And thank you for your participation, and look forward to our continued work together over the years.